John, you were saying something a little earlier about a new monoleaf for your car. What have you done there regarding that?
Yeah, I took a look under my car and realized there was some damage to the rear end. And the original monoleaf had some, I guess, some slapstick fix to it. I mean, it's really nasty. I'm not quite sure what they were doing or thinking, but anyway, I decided to pick up a Hotchkiss spring kit, and it's not a monoleaf. It's like 4 leaf springs in the kit.
Oh, right.
And they're all, they're bolted together, and they're actually kind of de-arced, so it lowers the car 2.5 inches, but it fits in the stock placement.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and the whole kit comes with everything, the mounts, the U-bolts, everything. So it's an entire new kit. Everything will be replaced except for the axle. So I'm looking forward to put that in, but I got to get some of this body work done first before it starts raining.
Oh yeah. Well, why don't we go take a look at that?
Okay, it's over here.
Well, John, this is it, and boy, is it a beauty. But it's not a monoleaf, is it?
Right, yeah. So normally you'd have just this single spring here, and it gets thicker towards the center.
Right.
So it'll taper down. But what they've done, they changed. They put a double leaf in here, and then kind of like a support, like a heavier spring at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
And everybody, I talked to the guy, and he said everybody that gets this is real happy with it. You know, the conversion from the Camaro model to this. They're really happy with the ride. It rides stiffer, and then, like I said, it lowers the car about 2.5 inches. So.
Oh, that's nice. That's going to give it that nice low stance that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Excellent. Boy, a nice piece of work. Well, you can't get much better than Hotchkiss, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a nice kit, and the whole kit was, I think, $350.
What have you been doing to your brakes?
Well, just took them off, and I was just sandblasting them. To clean up the rust, and because that front clip had been sitting around for a while. So you can see this one's all rusted, and this one's been sandblasted. Right,
this one's been sandblasted. Yeah.
And cleaning it out, I popped the bearings out. I got new bearings. I'm throwing in the new race on the front and the back side.
Now, where do you do all your sandblasting? Did you go and buy one of those expensive sandblasting units that you put your gloves into?
No, actually what I did was I bought a gravity feed sandblaster. It's like a little tank. Well, actually, it's over here. We'll go take a look at it.
Let's go take a look.
And assuming I had a replacement.
Right. Are those very expensive?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
And
this is your sandblasting box that you made yourself.
Yep.
Beautiful job, beautiful job. The fan in the back is to suck out any dust that starts billowing around.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is just a standard gravity feed gun. I'm actually taking it apart because I got to replace the tip on it, but I just ran it into the box. What I did was I cut a piece of plexiglass. But
nice.
Some wood. I spent $15.
$15, and if you were to buy one, it would.
They're like $80.
Yeah, and that money is should go into the car.
It does. It goes right back into bearings and parts and washers and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So
this is your gravity feed.
Yeah, this is the tank. I just run it through the hose.
Right.
It goes into the box directly, and I run my air line in there. And I use just some, window screen. Right. To filter out the sand, so I can just recycle it, scoop it out of the sandbox,
and put it back in and reuse it.
Yeah.
Oh, now that is great.
So I saved myself a ton of money doing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it worked out really well. I've done a lot of parts in here so far, and I'm nowhere near done using it. And it's portable too. It comes out of this box. It's lightweight.
Oh,
so I can move this anywhere I want.
Oh, now that's great. That's great.
I got an extra piece of plexiglass when that one's worn out.
Which it will happen, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, the sand as it sprays against the parts comes up and it sandblasts.
It just pits the heck out of it, and you can't see what you're working on.
Yeah, as it is, you got to wipe it down.
But, but what a nice job, John. That's awesome.
you know, my sandblaster's still
Yeah.
portable. I can haul it over to my car and sandblast body frame parts on that, or I can come back here and plug it into my sandbox.
Oh no. Yeah.
So I got both of them.
That's great. That's great. There's your engine hoist.
Yeah, and my motor going.
And here's the big block. Looks like you got it together. So how are we doing on that big block?
That's being sold.
Being sold.
Oh yeah, selling it. I have to.
What? You have to sell your motor, but you don't have another motor, do you?
Oh yeah, I got a new one.
You got a new one. Wow, now that's a change.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a big block fuel injection, but it is an aluminum head Corvette fuel injection. So that's
Whoa.
about the same.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to go take a look at that.
Yeah, it's not done, but it looks good.
All right. Well, lead on.
Okay.
So, John, this
Yeah.
is kind of exciting. What do we have here?
It's funny, huh? We started out the show with a small block, and here we are again.
Well, we started out the show with going to this massive 454 boat motor, I think
Yeah.
it was, that we saw outside.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden I come in and I see this gorgeous small block with the fuel injection you were looking for. Now, how did this happen?
I was searching it through the newspaper, and I found a guy who was selling a motor. He just said, I think it was $650. And when I went down there, he had a couple other motors, and I didn't buy the one that was $650.
Right.
It was a little bit older, and it was a little bit, torn apart.
Right.
But I ended up picking up this one and a transmission, which I'm standing over, and it was $1,400 for both. So I made out pretty good.
Yeah.
Because it's aluminum intake, aluminum heads.
Oh, that in itself. I mean, that must have saved a ton of money. You were going to have to. Well, you were going to stick with the cast iron heads
Right.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, that big block
Right.
was going to be really heavy.
That was going to put a lot of stress on your front end. This is going to really lift up and allow that front end to be just exactly
Yeah.
what you want it to be.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is I'm not quite sure how the front end is going to sit yet. Because
Right.
This is going to be so much
Yeah.
lighter than what I was thinking
Yeah,
about.
exactly. Now, this is a 350?
Yeah, Chevy
Okay.
350.
And what
Corvette.
year?
It's an 86 Corvette.
86 Corvette motor.
Mm-hmm.
With fuel injection.
Right.
Did he tell you anything about what type of cam you've got in here?
It was just stock, and I actually put a brand new cam in it.
Did you really?
I had the crank ground. I put in new bearings. I put in a brand new competition cam. It's basically a stock. I didn't do anything special to it. I didn't want to make too many modifications. I just wanted to run strong.
Yeah.
It's just a cruiser car, so.
That's right.
Put a set of headers on it when I'm done, and it'll sound cool.
It'll sound really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. Flowmasters and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Wow. This is an impressive looking motor. It really is. I have one question for you, John. You said it came out of a Corvette. I'm betting it came out of an old Mustang. Blue. Is that not a Ford color? Am I seeing this? Where are my color glasses? Where am I going wrong here?
Yeah, I know. There'll be a lot of purists, a lot of people out there mad at me because I use a Ford Blue, but that's too bad. I have to match this color to what I'm painting the car.
Right.
And
right.
I looked at the Chevy color, the blue, and it was nasty.
Chevy
So-
actually has a blue color for
it's
for
an
motors?
older blue, and
Yeah.
this is an old Ford blue as
Well,
well.
it is a very pretty blue.
So I sprayed it with the Chevy blue, and it looked nasty. So I
Really?
sanded it down and repainted
Yeah.
it. And I don't care what the can said. This
Yeah.
is the color I need.
And this is the color it got, and it looks like a nice job. So
Yeah.
I think you can be very happy.
Yeah, my alternative was to polish it, but I didn't want to spend months polishing this.
I see. Now, wait a minute. I'm looking at this aluminum valve cover here
Yeah. Sandblasted.
that you sandblasted.
Yeah.
Now, are you... This is going to be a heck of a lot of work to polish.
Yeah.
Will you ever be able to bring this out?
Oh yeah, this well, it was clear coated. Originally they're aluminum and clear coat, and it looks nice when it's new. But over time they turned this brown color, and this is
Right.
sandblasted,
Yeah.
and it just brings out the original metal, gets rid of that clear coat. But if you grab that other one there, you'll see that I took one of them.
Oh, now wait a minute. This isn't off the same car, is it?
Yeah, same valve cover. I sanded it
Yeah.
down,
You have got to be kidding. That is beautiful.
and I
Can
polished
you folks
it.
see this?
And I'm just starting to polish it, so
Is that not nice?
it's still got a ways to go.
Yeah, that looks gorgeous.